So, Dazn recently released a top 5 crossover pound for pound list, and they pissed off a lot of people because they put they put Tommy Fury number 1, Jake Paul number 2, and who does everyone say is number 3? Well, according to Dazn, it's Anthony Taylor. And then they put KSI, and then they put Salt Poppy. All right, now let me just break this down for a second, all right? Because I got something to say about this. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to imagine KSI versus Anthony Taylor. How do you actually think that would go? Round 1, seconds out, fight. Picture that. Dude, come on, man. Anthony Taylor is not even going to be able to get inside on KSI. I really don't think so. At least not at first. I think the pressure would overwhelm him and KSI would honestly beat him within the first 1 or 2 rounds. Anthony Taylor, of course, has a chance. He's a good boxer for this influencer scene and everything. But, dude, let's not pretend like that Anthony Taylor is better than KSI. Even just pound for pound is crazy. Stop it. Imagine them fighting. They weigh the same. Okay? Pretend like they weigh the same because that's what pound for pound means. Come on, man. KSI's karate stance, it's literally designed to fight off people like Anthony Taylor's fighting style. So just stop it. There's no way he'd win. Anthony Taylor is smaller than KSI. I think he naturally weighs less. I'm pretty sure he naturally weighs less, but he still weighs like 175 and stuff. It's like, come on, man. Not to mention, Slim isn't even on the list, but then you guys put Salt Poppy as number 5 on the list after he's lost twice in a row, once to Anthony Taylor, and then again to Slim, and you don't even put Slim on the list, but you have Salt Poppy as number 5 on the list is crazy. I don't understand where that comes from. I get it. Salt Poppy's really good. He has really good skill and stuff. He's kind of like Deji, and if Deji really tried really hard, he'd be way better than Salt Poppy. But like, it doesn't matter. Like, what I mean by that is, Salt Poppy can lose 2 more times, and still people would see his skill and want to watch his fights. I mean, with that logic, you might as well throw Whindersson Nunes up there too. You know what I mean? And why isn't King Kenny on this list? Why isn't FaZe Temper on this list? Why is Tommy Fury even on this list when he's only fought 2 influencer boxers? He shouldn't even be on this list. He's supposed to be a pro boxer. I hate that he's a leech who's just latched into this community. This is how the real ranking should go. If we have to put Tommy Fury in there, then yes, he's number 1. And then it goes, listen, for number 2, you have to realize who did better against Tommy Fury. Because both Jake Paul and KSI lost, so who did better? It was KSI, dude. He arguably won. Whether you believe he won or not, it was close enough to legitimately argue that he won. With Tommy Fury, it wasn't, well, all KSI did was do star jumps and then clench. Listen, they both clenched a lot. Yes, KSI did clench more. But when they clenched, they were both boxing in the clinch, and they were both clenching. A lot of boxing was being done in the clinch. If you can't see that, watch it again. Or actually, even better, go watch the YouTube boxing channel's breakdown of it. He breaks down how they were actually boxing in the clinch and how they both clinched a lot. Yes, KSI did clinch more, and yes, I think it was too much. But they were both clinching a lot, all right? They were boxing inside the clinch, kind of like dirty boxing. So the fact that KSI had the idea, his game plan was to try to box on the inside. So that included a lot of clinching. He had to overcome a long reach. He had to overcome better skill in terms of boxing than him. So I think he came closer. He really did come closer. And in my opinion, the fight was a draw or KSI won. I'm going to make a whole nother video actually officially scoring it, completely unbiased. I'm going to watch the rounds out of order because in my opinion, that makes it easier to score it with less bias because you're watching the rounds out of order and you're supposed to score a boxing match by the rounds. So look, man, nobody argued that, well, Jake Paul got robbed. Jake Paul I think he won that fight, or I think it was a draw. No one was saying that. Like, everyone was like, yeah, I mean, the fight was somewhat close, but it shouldn't have even been a split decision. Like, Jake Paul lost. And he did great. Like, I don't really like Jake Paul, but I give him his credit, dude. He did good against Tommy Fury. I think KSI did better, man. All right, so KSI is number 2. Jake Paul would go to number 3. And even if you agree with that KSI did better, you might say that Jake's level of opponents have been better. Okay, I see you there, but like, that's not really fair because if anything, that goes for KSI's favor because now you're saying that KSI had a better performance against the hardest guy and did it without facing hard competition to work up to it. So in my opinion, that argument low-key goes towards KSI's favor for being number 2. So yeah, KSI number 2, Jake Paul number 3, Slim number 4. I don't know why Slim's not on this list. Slim would be number 4. Anthony Taylor would be number 5. And then you could put Salt Poppy number 6. I'm sorry, we need to see him fight more. It is what it is, man. So that's my list. And I'm sorry, but if Gibb was a Misfits fighter, he would be on this list and he would go right above Salt Poppy as far as I'm concerned. I'm sorry, it just is what it is, man. We just have to see a few more fights from Salt Poppy to really gauge his real skill. Like Slim said, he's one of the most overhyped but still good boxers. I'm pretty sure that's what Slim said. And yeah, there's some truth to that. I agree with it. But he definitely has skill though. Like, it's there. We just need to see it. Same with Deji. We all know that about Deji. It's the same thing. So, and by the way, no, I don't think Deji and Salt Poppy should fight each other. At least not yet. But I do like that fight, kind of. But Deji should go down to 165, maybe even 160. Possibly, maybe even 155, but who knows. But definitely like 165. And the last thing I want to talk about, I don't want to make this video too long, so this is the last thing, is Slim versus Logan Paul and Slim versus Gibb. Slim right now is trying to get the Logan Paul fight because it's bigger, and I actually like that fight. But then there's Slim versus Gibb, and I like that one too. Here's a voice memo that Slim left to Gibb's manager.
24 is around the corner, and let's just say, tell Gibby boy that he's on the radar, man. If I can't get this Logan Paul fight, then tell Gibby boy we could make something happen and make some money together, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to be enemies. Look, me and Soul Poppy were friends and we fought. You know what I'm saying? So we don't got to be enemies or anything. We're just trying to get this paper. That's all I'm saying, Liam. No, come on, no bullshit. Y'all been saying, oh, come to the Kingpin tournament. Y'all been saying all of this shit. Just, like, if you guys just are scared, just tell me that. I'll respect it, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I won't come at you guys. Like, if you guys don't want, like, if you guys are not on that level yet, I understand. But, you know, to be honest with me, that's all 2024 is.
He's funny, man. Slim is so funny. He has the best, like, comeback ever. Like, the community used to broadly discard him, not like him, think he has no skill, think he's just some guy who rigs his fight because he was friends with Adam Saleh, and that's what Adam Saleh did. And then he comes on Misfits, fights one of the hardest dudes at the time, Face Temper, knocks him out in like round 2 or 3 or something. And just from there on, like, his trash talk before that fight earned my respect. Then he KOs him, thinking we all thought he was going to get KO'd. That earned my respect even more. And now he's just funny, like his personality, he's just a funny guy, and he seems like a good guy too. So we love Slim in this community, man. I just had to say that. He's funny, man. Look, man, he deserves the big fights. He deserves the big fights. He asked for too much money, just like Gibb. That's going to be the issue with a Slim versus Gibb fight. They both want to ask for too much money than they're worth. But I think they're worth more now. I think at least Slim is. After what he did on October 14th, that was crazy. That was not supposed to happen. He was the underdog. I don't know why. I hope it's on my YouTube channel, on my live stream. Or it's probably not, because I only reacted to the KSI versus Tommy fight. Well, I've been saying, like, what's with these odds? I think I tweeted it out. I'm going to try and find it and put it on the screen. Slim should not have been the underdog. I predicted at least that. Like, Slim should have been Salt Poppy as the underdog. That was crazy. Anyways, hold up. Which fight would y'all want to see? Slim versus Logan Paul? And do you think he would actually win that fight? Do you think... I mean, listen, I could make a whole video on that alone. I actually think Slim could win that fight. And I actually think he could pull off a TKO. I'm not kidding. A TKO or a real actual KO on Logan Paul. I'm dead serious. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. And I really do think that could happen. Or do you think he'll fight Gibb? And who wins that? That's actually, I think, a closer fight, believe it or not. Dude, I think Slim wins that one too. All right, let me know what you think. Please like, comment, and subscribe.